things have changed since Roe v. Wade. I mean, if you think about it, there's no one now who hasn't seen an ultrasound, a sonogram. People are beginning to wake up to that, and actually, young people who base a lot of their ideas on science and really want to be scientific. If they're being honest about anything, they know that this is not a piece of tissue, that this is an actual human life. And I think what our film does and what the book does is, for a lot of people, it's difficult to get your head around 50 million, 60 million dead babies. But it's not difficult to feel sorry and to feel the tragedy of the loss of one life. And so the story, for example, of the death of baby boy A, who was born alive in this clinic that Gosnell ran in Philadelphia, who lived for a short while, lived long enough for two of the workers at the clinic to take a photograph of him, a photograph that is now on the internet that is quite famous, of baby boy A. And then that baby was murdered. And, one of the things that came out of the trial, I think, for the jury and for people who read the book and who've seen the movie, is that the difference between what Gosnell did, which was murder, and he is serving 3 life sentences for the murders of individual children, including baby boy A, the difference between him and what's done routinely in clinics all over the United States is, who was it? Kristen, I can't remember her name now, actually, but one of the commentators basically said it's mere geography that there's a difference between those. The idea that one is okay and one is murder is morally irreconcilable, and I think I really think that's a really good way of putting it. And I think people are, hopefully tomorrow, I'd like to think tomorrow that the march would get the media coverage it deserves. We'll have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people marching in Washington, D.C., and indeed marching all over the country, who feel deeply the importance, as you said, how precious life is.